Alright, here's the deal. I'm about to go to my first class for an animation course back at college to, try and up my skills. And I figured I'd document it and see how we go. And, maybe put in some animations if I can actually do it. Who knows? But I have some concerns. First of all, I'm probably going to be the oldest student there because I'm 40. Which, look, I don't know. I've never been good at school anyway, and I don't know if I'm going to do any better being older. My other concern is I came to this very establishment over 20 years ago. Yes, that's right, I am basically dead. And it was terrible. They were teaching me outdated software. Basically, they weren't teaching. They were always like, "Oh, go find an online tutorial." So I'm not going to do that. I'm paying you money to teach me shit, and they didn't. But the outdated software, like we were doing Macromedia Shockwave, and it was already buried. It was in the grave already. Like websites would use it and say, "Shockwave player no longer supported." Like basically everything I know is self-taught. So if I get anything out of this, maybe I can apply my self-teaching skills and expand what they've got to tell me. But we'll see. We'll see. This is the building over here. Ignore the caution tape. There's this is actually a crime scene. A dead chicken was found about a month ago, and they still haven't got the culprit. Anyway, I'm about to go in. Don't wish me luck, because that's just asking me to fail, which I'm scared I'm going to do anyway.
Alright, I have notes. More notes than I thought I would have. It was a great start. I was locked out of my user account immediately because the lecturer neglected to tell me that my temporary password would have an exclamation point at the end. So I tried like more than 3 times. You know what happens then. So I had to log in as a trainee, but that didn't matter. Didn't matter. I'm a trainee. That counts. But good news, I'm not the oldest person in class. There's at least 3 people older than me. At least visibly, I assume. Who knows what life has put them through. Maybe they've just been weathered from hard times. I don't know. But I'm not judging. But it makes me feel better. But yeah, a lot of young people, and young people smell. Like, if you're young and watching this right now, I urge you, have a shower, use deodorant, anything, please, just for my sake, for everyone's sake. It's a necessity. Let's see. This note just says younger people are stupider than me. I don't recall what I was thinking when I wrote that down. But there were times when I think it's more along the lines of a lot of these kids are like straight out of high school. So they are, I don't know, too shy to give input in group discussion. So like we would watch a video on like the 12 key principles of animation and then told, discuss such and such with the people around you. And no one is talking. So I'm like, I have to take charge. I don't want to do this. I'm not the person teaching here. I'm the student. But even with guidance, they had nothing to say. It was not good. The tablets are nice. They're Wacom 22, Cintiq 22 HDs. Mine's a 13, and the 22s are pretty good to use. They're huge. I mean, I would say that, except that all the pens are fucked. They're broken. Like, some of them didn't even have, where's mine? This little rocker switch? Didn't have the rocker switch? Sure, I've dropped mine a few times and the little housing around it's broken. Whatever. Some of them didn't have nibs, this little thing. And I don't know where the replacement nibs were. Housings were broken, this like rubber sheath. Oh. I asked if I can bring mine in. I didn't get a definite yes, I just got a why. was what I was posed. But yeah, I'll bring it in. And then, like I said in the intro, I was worried that it's just going to be tutorials, like go find a tutorial. Thankfully, that's not what the lecturer said. Instead, the lecturer said, here is a tutorial video from YouTube, and basically an embedded YouTube link on the college plan for the course plan. Yeah, there you go. But the tutorial was not even, it was half relevant to what we were meant to be doing. It was a recorded Zoom tutorial that someone else was doing with a class, and there were people in that class asking questions. There was a good 2-minute stretch where the guy doing this online tutorial was just full screen and you couldn't see the software. Toon Boom is the software, by the way. And he's just answering these questions that have got nothing to do with what is being taught. It's not good. But anyway, I did some drawing on the software. Let's take a look at what I did. Here it is, a bouncing ball, and I can categorically say this is the worst animation I have ever done. And I've done some pretty terrible animations. I've animated a poop floating in a toilet before, and this, look, it's not about my skill, it's about learning to use this software. But look at that ball. It does not bounce very well, and look at all those keyframes down there in that timeline. It's like I'm animating on 1s in some points, 3s, there's I'm not doing, it's not great. So yeah, not off to a great start. And to finish off the night, finished at 9 p.m, went walking back to my car, and all of the lights around campus just turned off. I could have gotten stabbed easily. May have been preferable to this first day of class. Hopefully it gets better. We'll see.
Not so good at this.